It is sad, sir. Yenuyen with the emia and was a tibia mu baby a dear cotton. Very, very sad, unfortunate. Such a good man with a very high skill profession, with life full ahead of him. Now, what could the emia was up tibia? Hey, yeah, papa. You sit down and ask yourself, say, why this should happen to Obi to say Christian Atsu. But ne nyinaa ne sɛ yɛbɛka te sɛ deɛ bi mu ka no yɛso yɛnya awerɛhyɛmu ne awerɛhyekyerɛ sɛ obɛtumi apue na ɔbɛyɛ dɛ no wapue rescue team ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna bɛboa. Yes, it is true sɛ asɔfoɔ bi bɛbɔ mpaeɛ ne ade sɔfoɔ biara ne skill ɛne ne gyidi a ɔwɔ yɛ mpaebɔ. As ukushia sofo bi no mo afutu bi foforo different yes a bonus but sofo bi na some can say empire because spiritually that's what they believe in. But when it comes to government is not about prayers. Government are practical solutions people are looking for. And intina a man for spiritual solutions are almost sorry and now moko gidia or mujidi wom baby spirituality wo e ho no moko. But aban there, you should provide people with scientific solutions and practical solutions. They want answers to things and
MELODIES TV on YouTube.
Na Africa, how can see the whole continent war any one short-sighted vision we had. Say ye independent ni wiye no ye fi say no ano no adenti na Kwame Nkrumah can say Ghana's independence is meaningless unless the total freedom of Africa. There was a very big reason, but Tunkofu Bebre nim why he said so, because sa independent ye no it was only to free us from administrative rule, but psychologically and financially we were still under the control of the colonial masters, and we are still under them too today. Psychologically, yentumi enwene maye ho. Adenti na meka sa African Union, a whole union a wo nkabo mu anka Kwame Nkrumah epe no amayen a almost send no OAU at the African Union, which is fine. It doesn't change anything. But all this rebranding is to destabilize or to rubbish somebody's legacies. But in Kabibia in Fahu say Yasa Dino, name me beba na ye juma. Say a year in African Union, a strong union. By now, that African Union would have built a capacity for a emergency disaster team at the whole continent. We contribute soldiers and the team of professionals that will go into a country like that. Imagine 54 countries or 55 they call themselves, I don't know. 54 countries. Imagine, say Obia the 200, 500 soldiers, craft from 55. Could you imagine how much forces we could send to a destination like this for rescue? It will be huge. And yet, Sebio, Abia, Atsu, Nkwana, Africa, near Abia, Oho. And the entire continent will stand out strong and firm. Kwame Nkrumah, yes, I enough. The all pay financial independence, economic independence, no, a car, and no, say, I just yen in for who now you can't hubum near formal unity government. Nka ubi what this ababa hono ne ho to say European Union. That is where they got their concept from. Nkrumah idea and a European Union a fire. And no therefore and there for Europe how capable they are managing their affairs. In Africa, we are too individualistic. Ubia per se, there is no one single one country between associate the airline pocket cry into me manage. can you imagine a emergency rescue team? An emergency rescue team, no, omo could do disaster biya or maybe so. You cannot go there and take it into your hands. No, it doesn't work like that. Emergency rescue mission biya is here. Or minor at all, Omo rescue team, any the lead partner, they would direct, because you cannot send so many moving equipment within short space of time. Until you may fly your crew there to support with their expertise. Until some more ships be a demonium bar and also aba. Tomorrow you'll be leading at some war. Say the more call Liberia Kopata war. Na ebia one country ye Nigeria say lead team no. But in this case, ukonax a government to be a bino and obey the lead partner, our mobile direction. Inti no you be a dream so inki nipa it doesn't work like that. But all the same, I can understand their cry and their plight. Yen bompa say ye benya good governance in Africa. But what is currently happening is a joke. Everybody try to say that they are the better than the other one. This one think he would have done it differently, and we are doing nothing. As long as we are not united strongly, na
Melodies TV on
Burkina
YouTube.
Faso and as a neighboring country, Krampono, yentumini form unity. Na yentumini and safeguard them with ABA any threat they are facing. You need rescue team boy between their protecting borders from one attack against the other. Now I just far Russia the it tells you the degree of division we have within ourselves and why we are not progressing. Africa, you were a big issue. Our biggest issue is that we think we can do everything just individually. Omaya motumia homo be a free baby. Abe divide mumu achiche mumu for so many years, over 400 years. Oma tenase ato nkwa sebiota frache. For several years, yentumimpo and venemrofu ya kroya ena fighting for the abolition of that. Ye juma beye mra. O my continent yetumi tenase na yen a whole African Union headquarters are just a Chinese vote that be siya chayeng. So man, it is so krobi as you are on my himfi and possess beautiful right or moon to be siya himfi. Not just will be the bayer chawom. On my way, so our continent way, a yet dying and yet me build a rescue team that will even think of say oko rescue the citizens. Ye pelidesa a DM I know so we should think beyond our individual countries, because we live in a global village. There can be problem anywhere at any time. Nti ya mompa ye kano ye bompa ye spiritually no ye
Melodies TV on YouTube.
Politicians and accounts to this. Na o mind it say Ghana omo priorities nyina ne say ye besi national cathedral. Sao man, we just a 7-2 ninko for abonti anya mpaebo no mbaka so omonkobo. I don't know because ho no mgidie wo. Ubi ankasa mpaebo nye Kristo sum ye nyina yenim nyame ho mfaso ene ye yenim mpaebo ho mfaso but sene melody ka no. Mpaebo a yemfa practical solution bi entire chire do. It's meaningless. So wa bom paye. Na usuwe bompire said yes, your faith can work, but how do you get the food on the table? That's we all know the solution, but yeah. To see a bompire, ki camp I won't put you two soldier force or monko, and omoko hokra. At their priority, will be say they will be feeding us and they will make sure say yeah, when you can. Priority now. They will be able to draw the attention, say, we came here on a mission. Our mission is to help, but we will help in the area almost maybe they would have said yes, we can. To give us a chance, let's try our best. and yenye investment biya was nneɛma let me who hospital bi obi esi wa Bekala Pass. Very impressive. In a highly dense populated area. I grew up in that area. I lived there, so I know what it is. But I have not seen it since it was built. Ahoye nipa Tesano, metna Tesano. Until I know say ahoye area na very, very populated. Na Osha Hospital is siho. Now bisa say in emergency. Na say so we need helipad. Na bibi two or near the nkofo koho na to even rescue them. Even houses around the hospital are hazard to that hospital, equally as the hospital itself. Enti nka say yetumi by now ban tumi boa wo mo niema bebre ho e ka kwan e de bekọ ho ene bibi ti say helipad recommendation should have been started in it baby at say there nka BBC ebetumi we can airlift people into the place for safety to make sure their lives will be safe. Sa niema nyina nka ban ebetumi am make recommendation for it. By now, can you say ni pakono kura pacho? Ka area ho nyina ka kwa ho nyina ki aye me kama na omo dia complimenting. Ye de we don't know that unless bibia pesa ban enye. But abai no, they don't think collectively. The African Union has also got a role to play in this disaster management. Also yehwe ye ka ho asem. Ntino a risk my nyina ye mompaye. That is all we can say individually, because we don't have the power, and the fellow with power have no idea. Our heart goes to those involved, but Christian Atsu, slavery, they say, Obeboyen, na and Kofi rescue for no, Omubenya, I've been full in Sacra, no to me, a ritual. But Africa Union there. And yet then omo baba form emergency team e dey alcohol. We all know say omo ti wono omo dan kro omo ntumi nsi. Ajiso bi na besima omo. But nyame nkan ye nyina ho ye mo mpa entire chi as individually no, that's all we can do spiritually. But Abande, he has a duty of care to have a practical solution to these problems.